Hi there, this is John Wilkinson again from History Made Easier with another presentation on Paper 2 questions using past Treaty of Versailles papers. This time I'm looking at the why this date question. Now, I'm going to begin this one with a great piece of advice from the examiner's report, which says that all candidates needed to consider why this cartoon was published, that is, its purpose, and then why it was published in 1921, that is, its context. So, take it from the guys who mark your work. Think of the purpose and you'll understand why it was published when it was. But I would add that it's the message that will give you the purpose. So always look for the message, or most likely messages, first. Now, it's a cartoon again. And if you've listened to other presentations of mine, you'll know my advice is to read cartoons from the outside moving inwards. So let's analyse the cartoon and read its messages. We are told it's a British cartoon, published in 1921, with the British Prime Minister Lloyd George saying to the French Prime Minister, Briand, perhaps it would pull better if we let it touch earth. Note how G-up, which is what the cartoon actually says, is interpreted for you, in case English is not your first language, and that's fair enough. Then we look at the cartoon and we see a Germany represented by the horse struggling to pull the cart loaded down with unlimited indemnity, a reference to Germany's reparations bill. The big message, Germany was being treated too harshly, specifically that the reparations are too much for Germany to pay. A pretty big sub-message. But there's another sub-message. There is a spade in Lloyd George's hand and a spade resting next to the cart. If we lessen the load, Germany would be able to pay. So, if that's the message, the purpose is surely to make this clear and to encourage readers to call on politicians to lessen Germany's load. Now, something I think I've mentioned before, but maybe not often enough, your set of questions will have a heading, and it can be very helpful. For this paper, the heading was Germany punished too harshly in the Treaty of Versailles? Well, a bit of a clue there for you with this particular question. So let's deal with the question. Why was this cartoon published in 1921? Explain your answer using details of the source and your knowledge. Well, the Reparations Commission announced Germany's reparations bill in April 1921. With the first payment due in August 1921. Tie either of those two things to the purpose of the cartoonist and the messages in the cartoon and you'll get full marks. Although you can get very good marks without knowing that kind of detail by linking the date to the general purpose. Germany treated too harshly, reparations set too high. On this slide I show the mark scheme, and you can see that you can reach level 4 and earn very good marks by explaining the big message, and an excellent level 5 by linking this to the purpose of the source. Always linking it to the date too, even in a general way. Remember, you are always instructed to explain your answer using details of the source. more specific references to 1921 using your knowledge clinch full marks, and that's fair enough. But let me say, a level 4 would place you on the BA band. A level 5 would have you safely in an A band. Level 6, obviously an A star. Though of course, it's your overall mark across both papers and your coursework which will get you there. So, I hope that's useful for you and encouraging. But let me go back to the examiner's report and share with you how it ended for this question. This is what it said. When asked why something was published, they, that is you, need to look at what the motives of the writer or cartoonist were. So do take note. Now, I'm saying this throughout this series on past treaty source questions. I have 18 past papers on the Treaty of Versailles and the Paris Peace Conference as a whole, plus their mark schemes, plus the examiner's reports. The more you practice past source questions, the better you will be in that exam hall. And it's the kind of thing we can work on in tutorials. Now, if you've been listening to my videos, you know the drill. Get your parents to contact me at historymadeeasier@gmail.com and we'll see if we can sort something out. But for now, let me thank you for listening and wish you the very best of luck in your studies. Cheers.